What is going on, YouTube world? We are KRT LYFE with the Y. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that cool stuff. You know, I was gonna do one of those quiet vlogs that have nothing in the beginning of. I just yelled at the camera anyway.
You yelled so loud too. I'm like, okay.
Anyway, this video is about all the things that we kind of think about using a 911 as a platform for sleeping.
Yeah, why not?
Alright, so after being inspired by 996 Road Trips Instagram page and camping on top of your 911, whatever kind of 911 you have, we absolutely had to do it, and we tried it. And not only did we try it, we did it for our first time off-grid in a 997 with a rooftop tent on it. So we're going to tell y'all some thoughts real quick that we wanted to share with y'all. Number one, the driving. It drives like since the car has a more rigid suspension, when you're driving with this rooftop tent on it, excuse me, I'm trying to project. When you're driving with this rooftop tent on it, you don't feel the effects of the tent as much. You don't feel the weight, you don't feel like the swayiness as you would feel in the GX. So the driving on road is definitely much better in the 997 with the rooftop tent.
As far as setting up the tent, you know, GX is a lot higher, so you have to really reach. Sometimes you have to, not sometimes, all the time pretty much, you have to get and step on the tires, or what are these others?
Oh, the door jams?
Yeah, like the door jams and stuff like that, so you can reach all the way high, you know, and pop everything up. With doing it in 997 was a breeze, because it's literally your height. You didn't need anything else. It was very easy to take everything off, unzip, undo, like put your metal rods in to open up your flies and stuff like that, and it was very easy and fast. I do have to say, the way the ladder reclines, or whatever it's called, extends, reclines, extends, the angle is really, really different, steep compared to GX.
Or so, shallow rather, not steep. Because instead of being like this, it's more like that.
It's like you're crawling on it instead of just going up. So,
and you can modify the ladder by putting some more holes in it, or getting a different type of ladder to kind of be able to change the angle. If you get a telescoping ladder, then that's a non-issue, because you can set it however you want. But since this has set holes, and when we tested it, I thought it was a good angle, but then we got out here and the actual terrain is obviously a different angle. So that's one of those things where getting a different ladder would definitely help you if you have if you're trying to do this type of setup.
What else? Putting your stuff in it, like our sleeping bags, pillows, and stuff like that. You just, you know, like in GX, you kind of had to climb up and put everything in. Here, you just, you know, take it out of the car and throw it right into the window. It's very easy. And the same thing is putting it back together. It was very easy, very fast, barely any effort. And this is not a pop-up tent, so it does require some effort. But
still a lot faster than when you have a GX.
Yes,
trying to put it into.
It was very nice.
Now, the sleeping experience, were you going to say something else?
No, go ahead.
So the sleeping experience, I felt like sleeping in this, it was much more stable, and it didn't rock as much as the GX when you get in and out of it. So I felt like when I was moving or when I was doing something, it was just like, you know, stable and not rocky, versus sleeping on top of the GX. Yeah, you have a higher vantage point and you're way higher off the ground, but when you get up and down, it's definitely a lot more rocky, and when you're sleeping in it, you can kind of feel that. And it's not really good or bad, but it's just a different experience.
It's just a different experience, definitely. One thing I didn't like, which you can kind of work around it, it's not that big of a deal. Because we have XL, the way it opens up, it's really wide and sticks out really far. So in GX, you would use that kind of as a roof, so to speak, and then you can get in the back of your door in the GX and get your stuff out, and if it's raining, you can just stand there and like...
It offers some protection.
Yes, it's nice. Here...
It's too low.
Because it's so low to the ground, you constantly have to crawl. And like I said, you can work around it, you just have to be mindful to go put your stuff through a driver's door instead of the passenger's door, but I guess it's just a matter of habit right now, and you have to kind of retrain yourself. It's not that bad, but it's definitely disadvantage.
Yeah, so it's just different. It's like, and I'm trying to decide right now, I guess, to kind of wrap up this video, if I like the rooftop tent better on the 911 or on the GX. And honestly, like, there's pros and cons evenly for both. Like, I could see why you would want it on a GX, because You know, you can drive anywhere you want to. You don't have to worry about ruts and potholes and what kind of terrain you might encounter so much.
You have more room to pack.
Way more room to pack. It's a little bit more comfortable on the inside because the GX is like, you know, a Lexus, so it's just really plush for like super long road trips and you know, stuff like that. But on the other end of the spectrum, in the 911, it's like you can get where you're going faster. Number one. Number two, it just looks mega cool. It's like everywhere you go, people looking like, what is that?
Yeah, we got so many stares when we were driving, and then people would stare where they would drive. If we pull over at gas stations, everybody would be like, okay, you guys must have lost your mind.
And it's much easier to set up by a huge margin. Like, I mean, you can literally set this Smittybilt XL Overlander tent up without breaking a sweat on the 911. So that's a massive plus. And to me, I feel like it slept a little better because the platform was more stable and the car doesn't rock as much. So, I mean, it's really give or take. Like, I like both of them, but I don't know which one I prefer. Do you have a preference?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it too, and I'm like, I'm not sure which one I would pick. I enjoyed them both, and I definitely see all those things you're saying. Like, you know, the experience, not any better or worse, is just different. So, I don't know.
But I guess we should wrap this video up now. We are KRT LYFE. KRT LYFE with a Y. Like, subscribe, comment. This might actually end up being a separate video because it's actually a little bit long. So, did I do an intro? I guess I did do an intro.
No, we didn't do an intro.
I did do an intro.
No, because we started as a wrapping up the vlog.
Oh, we can do an intro in the beginning then. But, so yeah. So if you have a 911 and you want to go camping on it, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't. Just be kind of mindful of what kind of roads you might encounter.
Yes, when you pack, do it very strategically.
Yes.
Very much.
And that's about it. So now we're going to do the...